We're back, and today we're talking about the absolutely viral mess that's going on with Studio Ghibli and its art style and AI. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I'm sure everybody has absolutely seen some of these memes going around because it's just all over the place. It is absolutely insane. As you can see here, there's plenty of memes of people showing Studio Ghibli art style where they essentially can get a picture and show, transform it into Studio Ghibli. We have Elon Musk even using this tool. Heck, even the official White House has used this tool, and it's essentially AI, right? And there's like two camps in this situation. I mean, look at this one. This one is absolutely insane. They recreated Interstellar with Studio Ghibli art style and AI. And there's another one that I saw that it was absolutely phenomenal as well, which it was the whole Lord of the Rings trailer. The point is that this tool is very powerful. As you can see, the quality of it is very, very good. But with this type of stuff, of course, brings trouble, right? I mean, we have this person here saying that Studio Ghibli gave them a cease and desist. Now, this turns out to be fake. There's a community note on it, which again, it just kind of shows how far people are willing to go and lie to essentially get some sort of attention, right? Now, if you're an anime fan, you absolutely know who Studio Ghibli is. But if you're not, essentially Studio Ghibli is a anime production company. They produce anime movies, and it's the only company that has produced a movie, an anime movie that has won an Oscar, right? And that was Spirited Away. Now, me, I have seen a lot of the Studio Ghibli movies. I used to own the Studio Ghibli DVD collection, but my dog ate it. We are gonna talk about that. But Howl's Moving Castle is my personal favorite. There's Grave of the Fireflies, My Neighbor Totoro. They have so many movies that are iconic, famous, and very well done, and they all use this sort of same art style. And if you want to be introduced to the Studio Ghibli cinematic universe with their movies, I would recommend that you start with my personal favorite of all the movies, Howl's Moving Castle. If you really want to go with the one that won the Oscar, of course you can go with Spirited Away. If you just want your whole emotions absolutely destroyed, you can go watch Grave of the Fireflies, my second favorite movie from Studio Ghibli. And you can also go watch Princess Mononoke. It gives you that early 90s or I think late 80s art style. It's really action-packed, great story, great animation, some great action sequences. Those are my personal favorite movies from them, but they have a whole range. I mean, they even have kids movies like My Neighbor Totoro, which is another one of their most famous movies. But you get the point, right? They have a lot of movies, and I would definitely start with some of the ones that I named. And if you actually watch some of those movies, or if you already seen them, you will see that that's where the problem lies, because you would definitely recognize that Studio Ghibli's art style is very iconic. I mean, when I first saw this, I instantly knew it was Studio Ghibli. And that's where the problem lies, right? Because it goes into the whole discussion of, well, is this stealing? Is this right? Is this wrong? Should a third-party company be able to use another company's art style? And that's what essentially I want to focus on with this video. Is OpenAI actually stealing all of this, right? Now, I am definitely in the camp that I don't think it's stealing, because I mean, if you really think about it, I don't think you can copyright like an art style. Like if me personally, if I wanted to learn how to draw, and if I wanted to learn how to draw in the Studio Ghibli art style, I will probably use Studio Ghibli as a reference to learn that art style, and then I can make my art using that art style. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I believe that's also how an AI also works and learns, right? They have to give it images to kind of replicate and learn from. And it's probably what happened here, right? They probably, I don't know, fed it all the Studio Ghibli movies, and that's how I learned the art style. How it's done, I don't know. I'm not too technical on that. But the issue is, I think, is that when a company uses another company's work and they benefit from that, right? That's where I think it's a little different, right? Now, of course, there's a lot of people saying that this is, a huge disrespect. I do have another video talking about AI and anime, because if you don't know, there's an anime coming out here in April that is going to be made entirely by anime. I mean, I'm going to link the video up there so you can check it out. But I am a believer that we need to evolve with the times. We need to evolve with the technology. Now, I do think that this is going a little overboard. I do think that this is going insane because this tool is available to everybody. Everybody's making memes and all that stuff. And look, if you want to do that, do that. I'm not going to judge you. But I would support if, Studio Ghibli actually decides to go after OpenAI and sue them for whatever legal reasons they think they have, right? I would definitely support that as well because it's a little gray area, right? But I do think at the end of the day, this would only benefit companies as long as the tool is being used by them, right? By their own IP, by their own creation. Because then they can use that same level of quality that we see with all the different memes and apply it to their production. And not only will it speed up production, most likely, it would also, alleviate some of the pressure from animators, right? I mean, I believe there's like a famous thing with Studio Ghibli movies where one scene took one animator like 15 months to create. Which is, again, is great and the quality is there. I mean, it's magnificent. It's an amazing scene. But imagine if they had this technology to help that one animator. How long would it have taken then? It probably would have been a lot shorter and the quality would have been the same because they would have had like a legit animator, a very good, talented animator being able to, not only use the AI to make the work easier or less time consuming, but also spot check all the little errors. Because if you actually go through some of these memes, especially when it comes to like hands and fingers, you will see minor errors here and there. Some of them are hard to spot, but an animator will be able to spot them and fix them. Again, I definitely do think in time, AI is going to take all over, and it's one of those things that you can't stop it, right? It's like streaming. Could you imagine if we just turn off all streaming services and we just go back to like physical media? A lot of people would really struggle to make that transition, right? And I feel like once the floodgates are open and this type of, tool is available to the masses, I think that's where we're going to have to see some sort of law to prevent some of this stuff, right? Because imagine if we ever get, AI powerful enough to essentially, let's say your favorite book that hasn't been adapted into either an anime or a TV show or whatever the case may be, and you can simply tell it, here's my book, I love this book or I love this manga, make it into an anime using Studio Ghibli art style, and it legit produces something very close to the source material, and it's a top tier quality anime, right? Like, I think we're far away from that point, but again, with some of the trailers that I've seen people do, like the Lord of the Rings trailer that they use, it looks phenomenal. Like I would watch that. But here we are. Let me know what you think. Let me know, has this gone too far? Would you use this tool? Me personally, I don't even know how to use it because again, that's not my thing, right? But I can't imagine that it's too hard to use if it's gone this viral and a lot of people are using it, right? I'm pretty sure there's probably it'll take 5 minutes to learn how to use it, right? But let me know what you think. Do you support this type of stuff? Are you against it? Do you wish AI would just go away? I mean, I will tell you that's kind of wishful thinking. But I still want to know your opinion. Let me know what you think. And like always, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode. Peace out. Whoa.